The Kayfabe Crunch is fueled by Exersmile Athletic Wear. At Exersmile, we know how important it is to look good while working out. Why do you think gyms have all those mirrors? Spend $30 at Exersmile.com to receive free shipping to any home other than your own when you use the code CRUNCH. Exersmile, putting smiles and clothes on athletes since around about a month ago.
The Kayfabe Crunch. What a news.
Good day, this is your Kayfabe Crunch for Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. I'm Tom Tope Suicida. It's Royal Rumble week, the second most exciting week on the WWE calendar, and around the third or fourth of the wrestling world at large. Here at the Kayfabe Crunch, we promise to bring you no additional coverage, as there will be over 25 hours of wrestling this week, and you simply wouldn't have the time to listen. But thank you for listening to this regular episode, which we've made 30 seconds shorter than usual, so you can watch another Brock Lesnar match. Top story: Messiah Complex. The Monday Night Messiah is growing in power, strength, and numbers. This is upsetting several religious groups, including the Catholic Church, who have issued the following statement. Christ never had a disciple named Buddy. That's simply not accurate, although many of the gospel writers can be described as authors of pain, so we'll allow it. From the Pope himself. Rollins commented that Murphy joining his group is an example of determinism at its finest. Given the self-titled Messiah, we're actually slightly closer to theological determinism here, or even fatalism from Murphy's perspective, given his losses to Aleister Black. But, you know, whatever. This is Monday Night Raw. Rollins and his new disciple challenged for the Raw Tag Team Championships, and won! That's right, we have new champions! I probably should have said that at the top of the piece. Their challenge and victory can be seen as a slap in the face to the Authors of Pain, the tag team of the group. I'm sure they'll be fine about it though, they seem like reasonable gentlemen. Now it's time for your fast count, the three amigos of news.
Raw has first ladder match since 2007 due to the effects of the global recession on the price of hardware. Greece, sadly, remains ladderless.
Mojo Rawley set to be strong 24/7 champion by showcasing absolute dominance over the Singh brothers.
Brock shocks Ricochet's rocks as Rick takes a quick dick kick.
The Street Profits read the news in a comedic way, which is absolutely nothing like this serious news podcast.
Humberto Carrillo returns under a Rey Mysterio mask, which is good practice, as he's slated to be Mysterio's son if Dominic's training doesn't work out.
Paul Heyman chooses words carefully ahead of the Royal Rumble. It's not prediction, it's a spoiler.
Raw celebrates the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. by featuring black athlete Aleister Black immediately after memorial video.
Eric Rowan compared to Jake the Snake, narrowing his cage dweller down to a cleric, a reveal that's generic, or something esoteric.
Randy Orton challenges roster to round of golf.
It's virtually impossible for somebody to be on par. I don't think so.
Lana says Rusev Day is cancelled. Rusev Day is Christmas, so you, Lana. That's not happening. You can't cancel Christmas. You.
Jerry Lawler makes good joke.
WWE Timekeeper knocked out by Drew McIntyre, leaving no one to keep time safe. So tell your family you love them, because the space-time collapse is incoming. And that's your fast count.
You've been counted out. No, really, I'm sorry. We're really gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, Charlotte's ready for the Women's Royal Rumble, but perhaps the most anticipated match in the women's division this weekend is Asuka versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. On Raw, Lynch stated that she can see clearly now the mist has gone, and she can see all obstacles in her way. Asuka at the Royal Rumble. Lynch argued that she may have been beaten by Asuka last year, but she still won in the end.
Because I went on to make history all around the world, and you went on to YouTube to make soup.
While that may be true, people like soup, Becky. It's hearty, it warms your soul, and there are soups for all seasons. Say what you will about Asuka, but leave soup out of this. Lynch then defeated Kairi Sane in singles action, while Asuka cackled from atop the ring post. She was probably laughing about soup. After the match, the Kabuki Killer, that's a Kabuki who is a killer, not a killer of Kabukis, let the champ know that she's not ready for Asuka. Hey JD, do you wanna get some soup after this? What do you mean people don't go for soup? I go for soup all the time. You need to get out more, my friend. Last night saw a rare ladder match on WWE television. Superstars are often criticised for climbing the ladder at a sluggish pace, as seen by both Rey Mysterio and Andrade on Raw. So, what's up with that? To get to the bottom of this, we locked down an exclusive interview with Derek Vestibule, a specialist ladder coach who has trained wrestlers to climb ladders for the last 20 years. Derek, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
You are quite welcome, Tom.
I'll get straight to the point. Why is it that professional wrestlers climb ladders at roughly the speed of a depressed snail?
Well, Tom, it's a technique I've perfected over the years, expertly designed to protect the body and mind from additional harm. But specifically, and I don't tell this to every podcast, let me say that right now, specifically to prevent the occurrence of altitude sickness.
Altitude sickness?
Yes, or tall man's folly as it used to be known. The extra several feet can make all the difference, and you don't want to be seconds away from your first championship victory only to pass out mid-reach.
Well, of course, but what about the fact that wrestling shows take place at different altitudes to begin with?
Sorry, I'm not following.
Okay, let's take Denver, for example, the mile-high city. Surely coming out to the ring there is enough to cause altitude sickness, compared to, say, the lowlands of the Serengeti?
Why would WWE do a show there?
Well, they wouldn't. It's just an example of a place at sea level. Look, my point is that wrestlers don't have a problem performing in high-altitude areas, but you're suggesting that climbing a ladder causes altitude sickness?
Well, yes, because they're higher.
Well, higher than what?
The ring.
But but if the ring is already 6,000 feet above sea level, what difference does 10 extra feet make?
Oh, no, I see the problem. You're not understanding. You see, Tom, ladders are tall.
There's just time for a weather forecast. Weekend outlook, sunny. No thank you. Join us Saturday when we'll have all the latest from SmackDown. And come back next Tuesday when... yeah?
Do you have a minute?
Not really. We're sort of recording something right now.
It's about the ants.
Uh-huh. What about them?
They're in the kitchen area. There's a lot of them. It's pretty unhygienic.
The thing is, they're wanting $600 just to remove them. That's $600 for ants.
I don't care how much it costs. You gotta get it sorted out.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, just let me finish up in here and...
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
This has been the Kayfabe Crunch, your not quite daily, not quite news, bump for the world of professional wrestling.
The Kayfabe Crunch is fueled by Exersmile Athletic Wear. Our superstar range is made from the latest flesh-hugging synthetics. Our scientists, well, a man in a lab coat, has developed a fabric that's kind to skin, tough on sweat, and 100% resistant to all known wasp species. Run a mile in Exersmile, then run another, then another. In fact, don't stop until you're bleeding from your pits.
The Kayfabe Crunch.